Welcome to Battle's History. Today, we explore into the Battle of Petersburg, a pivotal engagement that unfolded during the American Civil War. Join us as we explore the historical context, key events, and enduring significance of this protracted siege. The Battle of Petersburg took place from June 15, 1864 to April 2, 1865 in Petersburg, Virginia. It marked a critical phase of Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant's Overland Campaign as he aimed to capture the vital railroad junction of Petersburg, a lifeline for the Confederate capital of Richmond. This prolonged siege would test the mettle of both Union and Confederate forces and reshape the course of the war. To understand the Battle of Petersburg, we must first delve into the broader historical context of the American Civil War. By 1864, the conflict had raged for 3 years, with no clear resolution in sight. The Union sought to preserve the United States and abolish slavery, while the Confederacy fought for its independence and to protect the institution of slavery. General Ulysses S. Grant, elevated to command the Union forces in 1864, devised a comprehensive strategy to defeat the Confederacy. The Overland Campaign aimed to relentlessly engage Confederate General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia, with the ultimate objective of capturing Richmond, the Confederate capital. The Battle of Petersburg began when Union forces launched a series of assaults on the Confederate defenses surrounding the city. However, the initial attacks were repulsed, and General Grant was forced to transition from a traditional offensive campaign to a protracted siege. The subsequent months witnessed a grueling siege as both sides dug elaborate trench systems to protect their positions. The Union Army sought to cut off Petersburg's supply lines and isolate the Confederate forces defending the city. The Confederate troops, under the command of General Lee, fiercely resisted the Union's efforts, desperately clinging to their positions. The siege of Petersburg was characterized by trench warfare, with both sides engaged in bloody skirmishes and occasional assaults. The landscape became a labyrinth of trenches, fortifications, and underground tunnels. The Confederate troops, facing increasing pressure, resorted to constructing elaborate defensive works, including the infamous series of fortifications known as the Cockade Line. Throughout the siege, there were notable engagements, such as the Battle of the Crater in July 1864, where Union forces attempted to exploit a mine explosion to breach the Confederate defenses. Despite initial success, the Union assault faltered, resulting in heavy casualties and failure to achieve a breakthrough. As the siege dragged on, conditions deteriorated for both armies. The soldiers endured harsh winters, limited rations, and constant threat of disease. Despite the hardships, both Union and Confederate forces displayed remarkable resilience and determination. The prolonged siege of Petersburg finally reached its climax on April 2, 1865, when Union forces launched a massive assault along the Confederate lines. Overwhelmed by the sheer force of the Union attack, the Confederate defenses crumbled, and Petersburg fell into Union hands. The fall of Petersburg marked a significant turning point in the Civil War. With the loss of Petersburg, General Lee was forced to abandon Richmond, the Confederate capital, and retreat westward. This set the stage for the final surrender of General Lee's army at Appomattox Courthouse just a week later, effectively ending the war. The Battle of Petersburg had far-reaching consequences beyond the immediate military outcome. It demonstrated the efficacy of siege warfare and highlighted the changing nature of warfare in the 19th century. In conclusion, the Battle of Petersburg was a defining chapter in the American Civil War. The prolonged siege and eventual fall of Petersburg reshaped the dynamics of the conflict and hastened the end of the Confederacy. This protracted engagement tested the resolve and endurance of both Union and Confederate forces, leaving an indelible mark on the history of the United States. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of the Battle of Petersburg, a crucial turning point in the American Civil War. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Battles History for more captivating content on the greatest battles throughout history.